Google is one of many companies who are laying off a massive amount of workers over the past 6, 12, and 24 months. Actually, if you go back to 2023, you're going to be seeing a long-term trend of employees being laid off at Google. Now we're seeing more cuts in 2025, with the most recent layoffs impacting the platforms and devices unit responsible for Android, amongst other technology. The reason why this is relevant is because since 2023, the company has essentially planned lots of layoffs. In 2023, they announced plans for 12,000, and this trend appears to be continuing into 2025. Now we're seeing Google send a harsh message to their employees after the most recent round of layoffs. So I'm going to be bringing this to you in this video. If you enjoy it, of course, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. We are seeing Google make significant workplace changes, resulting in bad news for employees, or some employees, in the form of layoffs. In February, Google announced layoffs in its cloud and HR teams in an effort to, quote, operate more efficiently and remove layers in its organization. Earlier this month, it had also laid off hundreds of employees in its platforms and devices unit, responsible for around 25,000 full-time employees, and they develop Android, Pixel, Chrome, and some other Google applications, right? So, the move came in January after the tech giant warned employees in its unit that layoffs were on the way and began offering them buyouts. If we look at what we're seeing in the market today, now we're seeing Google reportedly deciding to hop on another controversial trend in corporate America, which is impacting several units within the company. The company is reportedly, or recently has warned, that remote employees will lose their jobs if they don't show up to the office 3 days a week. According to a recent report from CNBC, one internal memo revealed that employees in Google's technical services were recently instructed to switch from being fully remote to a hybrid working schedule. The company is offering those employees a one-time paid relocation expense to move within 50 miles of an office location. Another memo sent to Google's HR division informed employees that they are going to have until the end of the month to decide if they want to return to working in the office, either 3 or 5 days a week. They have until June to return to the office, and if they don't want to, they will be fired. So we're going to break this down in a second, guys, but I want to read this all out to you, and then we'll obviously discuss what this means. So remote employees who live more than 50 miles away from an office can remain working there from home full-time. But if they want a new job at the company, they will have to operate in the office at a hybrid schedule. In-person collaboration is an important part of how we innovate and solve complex problems, said a Google spokesperson in a statement to CNBC. To support this, some teams have asked remote employees that live near the office to return to working in person 3 days a week. So Google is following the lead of its competitors, as you guys will know. We're seeing companies like Amazon requiring the same employees to be in the office up to 5 days a week, actually. And the CEO of Amazon is citing that this gives them better results. Now, actually thinking about this is a massive change in workforce. This is a massive change in the way that employees are being asked to work. We've seen the same at Dell. This is actually quite a strong message to employees, right? This is a time where companies are not hesitant at all to lay members of staff off. Companies are laying off staff, depending on the business of course, in the tens of thousands. People are already at risk of losing their jobs in a lot of sectors anyway. At this point, they will essentially be forced into going to the office. Now, no matter what you think about this, and I'm sure people are going to have a number of different opinions, it is certainly a stark change from just a couple of years ago. But now companies are seeing you could say the consequences of all of this remote work, right? Seemingly worse results, seemingly less profitability, seemingly employees not working to the same degree. It signals a big change in the corporate sector, and it is impacting more and more businesses. It's a new strategy, harsh warning, and a fierce message. Again, at a time where Google and so many other brands are not hesitating cut back on staff. Employees will simply have to comply. Let me know what you think to this in the comment section, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I'm sure you guys are going to have a number of interesting opinions on this, but let me know down below. Thank you. See you soon.